This is actually a creeper disguised as a chicken. And this is a Nether Portal that explodes whenever you try to ignite it. And these are 23 creative ways to prank your friends in Minecraft. Now here's how to trick your friends into working for you. If you sneak into their house and rig up some redstone, like so, you can set a line of hoppers to move everything from their base into yours without even having to open their chest. And because of how it's set up, your friend isn't going to notice their items vanish when they're putting them in. It's best to use it just a little bit at a time though, because if they come back to their whole chest empty, they probably won't want to store anything else inside. Or maybe they won't have anything to store because you pranked them with this. If you take 36 light gray stained glass panes and name each of them something unique, you can fill up your friend's inventory completely. They'll definitely be confused when they can't pick anything up, but open their inventory to find it empty. Though not as confused as when they chop this tree. An extremely easy prank to pull off. Just find a tree that you know your friend will chop down and place an anvil right above it. Maybe even bait them into going chopping with you. Then all you have to do is wait for that anvil to turn them into a pancake. No one thinks to check the tops of trees before chopping, but if you litter them around enough, this might just make them paranoid. And they'll definitely start going crazy after they try to sleep in this bed. It's always annoying to be told that there are monsters nearby, so let's weaponize it. By digging out a hole, we can then trap a named mob inside of it and seal it off to prevent anyone from sleeping nearby. Though any hostile mob will work, creepers are the easiest to keep secret because they don't make any noise. Plus, if your friend does find out, then they'll just get pranked again in a different way. Speaking of, would you believe me if I told you this was a creeper? Well, thanks to this resource pack by Not Lives, our explodey friends can disguise as normal livestock. Just convince your friend to try out your cool new resource pack, then switch out their animals. They'll be real surprised the next time they shear their sheep. In fact, they'd probably start second-guessing every wild animal they came across. Then we can take those animals and prank the whole server at once. Because if we dig out a nice area underneath the server's village, we can hide animals from view while we breed them so much that the players start to lag. Do this enough, and the server itself might actually crash. That'll teach them all for laughing at me. Wait, what is that noise? It sounds like, oh, looks like someone pranked me this time. Well, the trapdoor noisemaker is a great way to annoy your friends. Using a simple redstone setup, you can have tons of noisy trapdoors opening and closing at once. It's loud enough that it can be hard to pinpoint where the noise is coming from, so your victims might end up tearing their house apart to find the source. Wait, I think I know who did this. So, it's time for a little revenge. With this carpet of death! All I need are some buckets of pufferfish and an area dug out underneath. Then I fill it, cover it, and wait for it. The fool never knew what hit him.
Ah! What's going on?
Look at him, he's so confused.
Hey, did you do this?
Oops. Time to go!
Do you know who I am?
When being chased by a crazy person, here's an easy prank to turn the tables. First, you gotta dig a deep hole. Then, you can place a drip leaf partway through. From there, you safely land on it while your pursuer just falls straight down to their doom. Guess you should have thought twice before following me, huh? The truth is, withers suck. They destroy everything and everyone in sight. So, your friend will be real terrified when they accidentally spawn one themselves. Using some redstone, a dispenser, and the usual ingredients, we can make it so that a wither can be spawned in with redstone. You can use this to rig your friend's door so that the second he opens it, all hell breaks loose. Oh, looks like I've got a new friend. This dog looks the same as this dog, and that means by naming it, we can swap them to confuse the owner. Not listening, huh? Maybe he needs a treat. But we can even take it one step further by taming a whole pack. Oh, which one's the real Fido? Wanna know the kicker? His dog's still down here. If you're feeling especially devilish, you could even sick them all on the poor soul. I hope he doesn't come back to haunt me like these ghosts. A fun prank to scare your friends, lure some spiders inside their home and hit them with potions of invisibility. They'll only be able to see the glowing red eyes for brief moments as they swing wildly and keep taking damage. Maybe even throw in some spooky sounds for added effect. Ooh, hit that like button and subscribe to Dr. Bonks. Now, this is the overworld, and this is the Nether. I faithfully recreated my friend's Nether Portal room in the Hell dimension, so he gets confused on where he's really at. He's been going back and forth a few times now, but when he eventually figures it out, he'll find I took some creative liberties. Ooh, netherite. Uh-oh, he's probably on his way back. But he's not going to be happy because I replaced his portal with this one that explodes. You see, by simply swapping the server's TNT texture with obsidian, anyone's fate is sealed when they reignite their mysteriously unlit portals. Oh, that must have been a ghast. They'll attack anything, just like this iron golem. Well, okay, not really, but we can get him to attack our friends. Normally, if you'd anger an iron golem, he'd focus on killing you, leaving others to safely dish out some damage. But if you quickly disconnect and load back in, the golem will switch targets on the other unprepared players. It's a bad time for them, but more iron for you. And if your friend happens to be the one on the tower, quickly placing one block is all it'll take to ruin their strategy. Wardens will kill anything and everything with no problems though, and we're going to use that to our advantage. Though it's incredibly dangerous, we can spawn one from the skulk sensors, lead it up to the surface, and name it to prevent it from despawning. From there, all that's left is to bring it to your friend's base and trap it inside. It'll take care of the rest, keeping anyone from getting in or getting out. All while you hide away in your secret room. But what if your friends get suspicious and try to find your hideout? Easy. Prank them with the old fake secret door trick. Just make sure to look as sketchy as possible as you open the secret door. When they see it open, they won't be able to resist. Then, with a deep pit trap, you can kill the intruders and have all their belongings sent right to your real secret room. Devious. Now, how about we make some trick furnaces and go on the offensive? Taking some hoppers, we can sneak into our friend's base and hide them underneath their furnace blocks. From there, whenever an item is smelted, it'll disappear before the player has a chance to grab it. It's sure to infuriate them. And you can either play nice by leaving the hoppers so they'll eventually get their items back, or you can rig them so that everything gets sent back to your base. They'll almost certainly come after you for their items if they're discovered though. So challenge them to a duel with this rigged diamond sword. If we jump back into the server resource pack and swap a texture or two, we can make anything look like a diamond sword, from an apple to a stick. Just make sure to rename it before handing it over. Then, challenge your friend to a duel for their items. Their diamond sword against your wooden one. Easy win for them, right? No? I guess they're just not good enough. This is my friend's house, and this is his house after I set my death trap. Spot the difference? Well, it's right here. By digging a deep pit, placing multiple signs, and layering gravel or sand above, we can create a deadly dropper. Plus, using this method, you can easily make the pit as big as you like. They'll never see it coming. But even if they did, they'd never escape this cursed pumpkin. Because the second they step into their home, they'll be met with a dispenser that forces a carved pumpkin onto their head, enchanted with the curse of binding. They'll never be able to remove it. And while it's great for keeping Endermen away, it's horrible for doing literally anything else. Unlike fishing rods, because with the right timing, you can snatch away a player's valuables before they even know what's happened. And if your aim is good enough, you can even hook the player and pull them into the air before dropping them down onto the ground. At which point, I think you've earned all their loot. Who needs fish when you've got players? Hi buddy. One noisy Olay can be annoying, but 65 Olays is an actual terror. Taking just one Olay and trapping him under a player's floor, we can easily duplicate it with a little music and some amethyst. Then cover up the floor and let the magic happen. When your friend returns home, they'll be greeted with the most annoying noises imaginable. And when they try to find the source, they'll only make it worse. I think I'd rather deal with anything else. From here, I'm just hoping you have a great day.